her phone, her fingers trembling as she typed. The weight of the secret she had been carrying for years pressed heavily on her chest. She knew this conversation would change everything. When she hit send, the seconds stretched endlessly as she watched the screen, waiting for Aiden's response. The first reply was light-hearted, joking, completely unaware of the storm about to break. But as soon as he processed her message, "I'm engaged," everything shifted. Silence. Then confusion. Then anger. His messages came in rapid succession, disbelief laced in every word. He asked her how long she had known, and when she admitted the truth, that the arrangement had been made when she was 15, his shock turned into something sharper. Betrayal. Lena scrambled to explain. She hadn't believed it would actually happen. It had always felt like some distant, outdated expectation her parents clung to, not something that would become real. But now, the boy she had been promised to was expecting to meet her. Their families had already begun making arrangements. Aiden's frustration boiled over. He demanded to know why she was even considering meeting this stranger. If she truly loved him, if she truly didn't want this, then why wasn't she shutting it down immediately? Her excuses sounded weak even to herself. What if the guy didn't want this either? What if they could find a way to dissolve the engagement without causing chaos? What if he was actually someone she could have loved in another life? That last thought sent Aiden over the edge. He saw it as a betrayal, as proof that some part of her was hesitating, considering the possibility. His words grew colder, more distant. Then came the final blow: he needed space. And before she could beg him to stay, he was gone. Lena sat in stunned silence, staring at the empty chat. The "user has left" notification feeling heavier than any arranged engagement ever could. Days passed in a blur. The dread of the upcoming meeting loomed over her. But then, something unexpected happened. A message from an unknown number appeared on her screen. It was him. Ethan. The boy she was supposed to marry. His first words were blunt: he didn't want this either. Relief flooded through her, mixed with disbelief. He confessed that, like her, he had someone else. Someone he loved. But his parents didn't know, just like hers didn't. For the first time in days, Lena felt a spark of hope. Maybe this wasn't an unfixable disaster. Maybe they could work together. She proposed a plan. They would go through the motions, pretend to consider the arrangement, then mutually decide to walk away. Their families would be disappointed, but it would be on their terms. Ethan's response came quickly. He called her brilliant. For the first time since everything had unraveled, Lena smiled. This wasn't over yet. But at least now, she had an ally. And for the first time in days, she allowed herself to breathe.